Hi, I'm Chef Carol NYC, and today is the start of a series on gum paste flowers. I will begin this series with the simplest of flowers, which will be something similar to these buds, forget-me-nots, and we will progress to the point of making orchids until we reach a point where we can make a small bouquet. This is going to be a challenging at times, but most rewarding course. I invite you to take part in this, to watch the lessons, to practice the skills and the technique until you're satisfied with your results. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so you'll know when additional lessons on gum paste flowers will be done. Let's get to it. Part 1 of gum paste flowers is going to be plunger flowers. To do this, I'm going to use a dog bone tool, a water brush, a 9-inch roller with 1/8 inch forever rings. I'm using a veining tool, and I'm using plungers, and I'm using candy centers, a dusting pouch, gum glue. So I'm going to take a little bit of Crisco and blend it in with my gum paste just to make it soft and malleable and easy to roll out. I'm using my 9-inch roller with my forever rings of 1/8 of an inch. And I'll be rolling out the gum paste until I can see the writing on my mat. With the forever rings, once your product reaches 1/8 of an inch, it will forever be that size. So using the smallest plunger, I'm inserting the cutter. I'm going to my gum paste and cut in the small shape. Now I'm going to my veiner for that small plunger, fit it to the holes, and now I have the veining lines for a small bud. I'm using a pad that has a plastic sheet that keeps the gum paste flowers from drying out. Next, I'm going to use the mid-size plunger, cutting it out. I'm going to fit it to the appropriate veiner, plunge it into the veiner. So what happens is sometimes with the cutters, the gum paste will stick to the plunger. Sometimes it will stick to the veiner. No problem. Just push it out and keep going. So you really want to make a lot of these little flowers. When you are doing cake design, or if you're designing cupcakes, these little things really come in handy for making things look cute or filling up a space. You can use them for borders for your cake or as part of a bouquet for a cake. This is the largest of the plungers for this particular set. Notice it has the veining lines, and I'm just placing it so that it doesn't dry out. Now, all plungers won't come with an appropriate veining tool. So for this particular flower, we're going to use the dog bone. And for this size petal, I'm just plunging a shape in the center and starting at the edge of the petal. I'm thinning out the edge and dragging the dog bone toward the center of the petal. Now I'm just going to take a little gum glue, place that in the center, and take one of the sugar pearls, place it in the center, and we now have a nice little flower. I'm going to set this aside to dry. Color dusting our gum paste petals. We have the veining lines that we achieved from the veiner and the plunger. So for these flowers, I'm just going to place yellow in the center. My choice, you choose whatever color you want. I'm using yellow because I'm using yellow sugar pearls and I want the coordinating color scheme. When you color dust, you want to make an accent, something that enhances the look of the petal. So I've chosen to use the yellow, and now I'm using a rose colored dust on the outside of the petals. And the thing that you see emphasized a lot with the petal dust are the actual veining lines. Just like painting a picture, when the colors blend, the colors change a little, the colors get enhanced a little more. So if you notice, the veining lines are popping more now that the pink is being added. So I'm going to make these in a few different colors. There's no rhyme or reason to how you do it. It's just whatever pleases your eye. And remember, whatever you do to the front, you also have to do to the back. I'm not suggesting at all that anyone eat these, although it is edible gum paste. But once they've been handled and dusted, it's really more of a visual experience than an edible experience. Make lots of these. These can be stored and they can last for weeks, for months, and if properly stored, they can last for years. It's always good if you're doing cakes to have decorations on hand similar to this, because it speeds up your process. Your designs will be more professional. If things come up at the last minute, you're able to just take control and go to your storage containers and pull out little things like this and make a handsome product. For practice purposes, I would suggest that you use all of the gum paste that you've rolled out for this project. The sugar pearls come in a variety of colors. Your floral designs can be varied. They can all be the same. You're the designer. It's just your choice. Wrapping floral wire. This is an important part of the process of making gum paste flowers look very real. I'm using a floral tape, and it's a little wide for what I need. So I'm suggesting that you do this as well. You break off about 12 inches, you fold it, and then you take your scissors and you cut that piece in half. Set it aside. The floral wires has an adhesive side, and the adhesive side is what you're going to attach to your floral wire. Floral wire comes in a variety of sizes. The higher the number, the thinner the wire. I'm using a 28 gauge wire, and I'm going to be using this in the next lesson, but it's important to know how to do it now. So this may take a little bit of practice. It shouldn't be bulky at all. You make a little flag, you hold it, you twist a wire, and you get a floral wire that will enhance the beauty of your petals. In the next lesson, we're going to create wired flowers. In preparation, I wanted you to see that the plunger flowers can also be wired. So I'm taking my 28-inch gauge wire, pushing it through the center of one of my plunger petals, and I'm tightening the end. Then I'm pushing it through. So what I want to happen is for the gum paste to stick to the end of that wire, and then I'm going to just hang it upside down and let it dry. These are dried, and now I'm just going to take a little gum paste and place it in the center. And now I'm taking my sugar pearls, and just the way we did the flat flowers, I'm going to put a sugar pearl in the center of each of my wired flowers. And these will dry and be ready for the next design. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next lesson.